viewers, and welcome to another episode of On the Farm, where we are vocal about everything local. I am Shakima Hanley. On this episode of On the Farm, we'll be speaking to the Director of Agriculture and also a representative from the Livestock/Veterinary Clinic right here at Prospect. It's May and it's Agriculture Awareness Month. This is a month that we usually celebrate yearly to let persons know what the Department of Agriculture is doing, also to bring some awareness on things related to agriculture. But before we get into it, we'll take a short break and be right back after this.
For each and every one of us, food tells a story. It starts with agriculture, and our actions impact its journey each step of the way. We have one planet and are part of one system. We must work together to build a better future. We need to reconnect with nature and work as one. Let's rewrite the story of food for a better, more sustainable world. Our actions are our future.
We're in the month of May, and of course it's Agriculture Awareness Month, and I have here with me the director who will tell us a bit of what Agriculture Awareness Month is all about, the importance of the month, and some of the activities expected to be rolling out in this month.
Well, good morning or good day to you and to everyone else who is listening and those who are viewing. Again, welcome to Agriculture Awareness Month for 2022. We are now within our 10th year of this celebration. And basically is to bring some highlight to the sector within the month. We normally use it as an opportunity for awarding our hard-working staff along with our committed farmers and our partners, and also to use it as an opportunity to continue to spread the word of the sector to the general public. So in a nutshell, that's what the month really deals with.
Okay, tell us a bit of some of the activities. I know we would have had one activity already that would have been the minister's address in the introduction of the month. What are some of the activities that are expected to be happening coming forward?
Well, within the scope of the month, we'll be doing a number of training within the scope of the month. We have some external training coming from our partners, the Republic of China and Taiwan, and they'll be doing two training. I think one is this Wednesday, would be on post-harvest. Again, these are just some issues that we would have seen within the sector, and we normally meet with our partners to see how can they grant assistance. So that one is open to the general public. Is at the Red Cross 6:30. We also have another one with them, and I know a lot of persons like to speak of organic farming. So we have another one with them next week also. So we ask the public to keep their ears open as we roll out the different dates. We also have another training with our partners of ICA and CADI, and they'll be dealing with root crops, bananas and plantain. Since those crops are coming very popular on the island right now, we would have seen the numbers increasing here rapidly. Can no longer say slowly, but you actually see farmers now putting pure stand of banana and plantain here on the island. So we believe we're at the junction now where we should be able to provide our farmers with the appropriate training, the appropriate technology to ensure that these investments that they make, that our farmers are well equipped and continue to ensure food security on the island. We also will have outreach with our livestock farmers. I know we are now in the dry season and there are a lot of challenges being faced with the sector. Challenges not just by our farmers, but even some persons or household owners and so forth. So we want to reach out to our livestock farmers to see how can we help to curb this issue, especially during these months going forward, for ease for them and ease for the general public also. We will be also doing some in-house training as it relates to pesticide application, pesticide safety, etc. And those will be done in-house along with our technical team. And again, we'll be doing some additional work with our technical team, in-house training with our technical team also, in terms of ensuring that they're more equipped to provide a service to the general public. Within the month, we have I wonder what to call it, but it's a market day affair, right? Where it will be at the public market. Those who would have came for the agricultural open day and who would have received those set of melons, onions, etc. at those very low prices. We have a market day affair that would incorporate that, and that will be on the 20th, Friday the 20th at the Charlestown Public Market. So we're asking the general public to come out and support that. The said energy that you would have had during the open day, we're asking you to come and support. One of our farmers group, the New River Farmers Corp, they'll be having their farmers open day at the New River, right there by the mill. And again, you're asking the general public to come and support. That's on the 28th of this month. Again, it's a Saturday, so you're asking the public to come out and support. And to top the month, we will be having our award ceremony for our farmers and staff for the tremendous work, commitment, and dedication that they would have exhibited within the calendar year of 2021 to thus far in 2022.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Director, for allowing the public to be aware of what we are doing for Agriculture Awareness Month. Viewers, as he made mention, continue to keep your ears on the ground so you can see what is happening. We will be posting our information on our social media platforms as well, such as the Facebook page. Also, persons in the department will share them on their WhatsApp. So look out for these activities, and we look forward to your participation as these activities come forth.
Fresh local fruit and vegetables produced for our nourishment. Buy local, eat local.
Welcome back, viewers. And joining me, I have a representative from the Livestock/Veterinary Clinic unit, and I'm going to ask her to introduce herself.
Good day, my name is Kiani Body, and I'm an animal health officer from the Nevis Veterinary Clinic.
Welcome to On the Farm, Kiani.
Thank you.
All right, so today we'll be speaking about drought. We know it's coming on to the summertime, where the place is usually ridiculously hot. And this particular season is something that we choose to highlight because it's important for our livestock farmers. And we want to be able to let them know for Agriculture Awareness Month what not to do, what to do, and things to expect in the event we have a drought. So let's start off simple. What is a drought?
So a drought, it's a prolonged period of time with little to no rainfall in an area. Climate change is usually regarded as the most prominent reason for a drought. However, it shouldn't be the only one inspected because there are other things like water wastage, which is taken lightly, and improper storage of water.
Okay. How can a farmer get prepared in the event of a drought? We started with water, so let's continue there in terms of their water supply.
Okay. Firstly, solely depending on the government is not the right way to go because when water goes off, then your animal has no water. I think that each farm should have a rain reservoir or a cistern, so you have at least 2 supplies of water.
Okay. So if you don't have a rain reservoir or system, what other things or materials that a farmer could get their hands on that can use as a substitute?
The normal drums. You remember the blue drums that we have? You could put it out with a simple net over it to keep out the mosquitoes and collect rainwater.
Okay. So something that is much more cost effective and easy to get. Okay. In terms of food supply, how can a farmer get prepared for a drought with regards to the stock food supply?
So if you have a bit more land and again a bit more money, you could practice forage banking, which is partitioning off a section of your land. Well, it doesn't have to be your land. It could be in a different area.
Okay.
And grooming that area for feed. You could water it. You could plant whichever one you want, so that when drought comes, you have this to rely on. You could do cut and carry method, which is leaving your area that isn't so lush and going to a different area and bringing back the feed. Some farmers do that solely. You could also use crop processing byproducts. You could use silage. You could use brewer's grain.
Okay. All right. What are some of the dangers of drought for farmers and animals?
Understanding how it affects the both of them is really good, because if the animal is affected, then the farmer is affected, or vice versa. So the animals, when dehydration comes, they could often get tightened skin, loss of weight, and some may even die. So with the young mothers, when you have an animal and she's a mother, she needs water to be able to provide milk for her young. And if she doesn't have any water, she's going to suffer and her child's going to suffer.
Okay, so you made mention of fatality, death. Is this something that is usually prevalent coming on to the drought season?
Yes, it is, because again, some farmers don't realize the intensity. So they may not provide as much water that the animal needs. So animals often go dehydrated or heat stroke. So sometimes you pass and you see a sheep on the side of the road. And also with worms, being that all the lush green grass is gone, the sheep will graze closer to the ground, which makes it easier for them to pick up the eggs, the worm eggs. So worms are prevalent, death is prevalent.
Okay, what are some of the preventative measures that can be done to curb this situation, both worms and cause of death? Well, I guess worm would eventually, if not treated, would cause death. So what are some of the preventative measures that can be put into place?
So farmers could regularly check the animals. When a sheep or a goat has worms, they have a shaggy coat, they have pale mucous membranes, they often look a bit scrawny, they're losing weight. So you could check that, and then you could regularly reward your animals. And if you need any help, you could contact the vet.
All right, so these methods are usually applied for extensive methods, just grazing animals.
Well, not just grazing animals, because cut and carry, if you live, for example, if you live in Bath, and you're accustomed to go out and you get your grass and you need bush and whatever, and you come back and you give your animals, Bath tends to get really dry, so you have to go like Jessels.
Okay.
So those who are reared intensively will still be affected, but not as hard as those who are extensively.
Okay. All right. So you made mention of worms. Is there any sort of disease that worm can cause on an animal?
Anemia.
Anemia.
It's more of a condition.
Okay, it's a condition.
So it's the blood loss in an animal.
Okay. Can water affect the sanitary levels of a farm?
Yes, the farm's hygiene will be affected because, water is important. We use it to wash our shovels, our brooms, and especially the pens and the holding stations where the animals are. And if they are kept in a very poor condition, the animal can develop diseases like pigs often develop sarcoptic mange when their pens aren't cleaned properly, or often.
Okay. Just in short, give us a few step-by-step what a farmer can do in the event they realize something is happening with their stock. They may not be aware of what it is. They probably do not have their pens or, yes, the various pens sanitary. What can be done? What would you advise a farmer to do in the event that they see something is wrong with their stock?
Okay. The first thing is observation.
Okay.
You look at the animal, you pick out which ones look a bit drowsy. You look for those who need help. And then you could quarantine them, put them in a safe area, and clean the major pen, because whatever was over there will continue to affect those that are over there. Okay, back to the quarantine. You quarantine those who are sick, and you monitor them. You see if they have diarrhea, you see if they're eating, if they're drinking, if they're losing weight, and then you can call a vet.
Okay. Is there anything that they can do in the meantime too, as a farmer, like just for the short space of time while they're waiting on the vet? Is there anything they can do?
Well, worms are prevalent here.
Okay.
So if you see an animal not eating and it looking a bit drowsy in the back, it's lagging at the back of the crowd, you could deworm it. You could deworm that one, or you could deworm the whole herd.
Okay. So Ms. Body, is there anything that you would like to tell the viewers, especially your livestock farmers?
Okay, so firstly, communication and working together is the first step. Because if something's wrong with you, then we won't know unless you tell us. Sanitation, observation, and having different water sources will really help during the drought.
Thank you very much, Ms. Buddy, for being on the farm. And we do look forward to see what the livestock/vet unit has to do going forward with their farmers. Do enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And there you have it, viewers. Another episode of On the Farm, where we're vocal about everything local. And just to recap this episode, we spoke to the Director of Agriculture, who highlighted the activities that are expected to come up in this month of May for Agriculture Awareness Month. And also, we had a special feature from a representative from the vet unit, where we spoke about drought and the importance of water supply needed during this very hot climatic area during the summer months. Until next time, viewers, this was On the Farm. I am Shakima Hani. Remember, we are vocal about everything local.